How's it going, everybody? This is Intro Nerded, and today we are playing Heat Signature. This game came out not long ago, and let me tell you, it's too much fun. That's what it comes down to. I've got about 9 hours into the game, because it's one of those good kind of games where, you can pick it up and play for 20 minutes or so, and then, just go on your business, or you can pick it up and play for, 2 hours. Just depends on how you're feeling that day, really. So let me get you into this. So this game is... well, it's kind of unique. I was going to classify it as something else, but here you go. You're on a space station in the middle of space. And all of these little dots, those are space stations you can go to. Your little character here, he runs around. You can see up here, I have a wrench and a rechargeable long-range inverter. This we will get to later, because this is... oh, it's a blast to use. So what you do is you go over here. When you first start the game, you're going to pick a character. I've been playing as this person for a while. Over on the left, you might see I've got some fancy kit. I don't need any of that right now, though. Let's just go with Fornax, starting off small. And then you will come over here, and let's pick a mission for Fornax here. Let's go with Rescue. I'll get to what Enigma and Bloodless and all those kind of things mean later. And then Hard, Mistake, Audacious, basically it goes up and up in difficulty until you die every time. That's what it comes down to. So let's accept this mission and go over here and just get right into it. This game is, the only way I can think to show it off is just to play it, because otherwise it just, it leaves something to be desired if I'm just talking about it, but playing it, that's something good. Alright, so on this mission I have to rescue someone on this ship coming up. And I have 130 seconds until that ship docks with an enemy station, at which point, if I'm on the ship, I will be captured. Whoops. So I gotta navigate my pod onto the little connector thing, the airlock, that's what that's called, not the connector thing. And then I'm gonna come down here, and I'm going to knock that person out with my wrench, which actually gave me a nice little key there. So then I got into this chest here, and I'm gonna pick up what is in the chest, which is a rechargeable visitor. Teleporters move you instantly, but each type has unique limitations. So a visitor, click anywhere within the radius to teleport there. You'll be pulled back to your original location 2 seconds later. So there's all kinds of things to pick up in this game, and almost all of them will help you with, getting your missions done better, faster, all that kind of thing. This guy gets knocked out, we get his key, and then so does that guy. Alright, so I think things are going well so far. Oh, this guy's coming. Not anymore, he's not. Alright, so watch the up here where it says seconds until capture. If I do this, it goes away, because that was the pilot we just knocked out. No one here is going to notice, because now we're just on autopilot. Pick up some armor-piercing rounds. Alright, don't need those yet, but I'll take them. And then this person here, we're going to knock them out. And you know what? I'm just going to show you, you could go over here and knock all those people out, but sometimes you just want to be stealthy. So we're going to come over here, rescue the person, and we are going to get out of here. Alright, so you just got to navigate your way back through the maze of corridors. Every ship is, as far as I've seen, unique. I don't think I've seen any two that are alike, which makes this just so much fun, because you never know what you're getting. So we put him in the pod, and we're actually going to see what's over here. Restockable remote grenade launcher. What if grenades, but faster? I like that. Alright. So I don't generally mess with explosives, but hey, maybe we will today, because since I haven't seen them before, I don't know what they're like, and I think I want to show you guys a little bit of everything in this game. So yeah, you're going to come back to your home, you got a brake and an accelerator, which is why you see me overshoot a lot of things, because, well, it's just too much fun to drive. Alright, so we finished it, we did it without killing anybody, nobody that saw us was alive, which means that nobody saw us since we didn't kill anybody. No alarms were tripped, and we didn't suffer any injuries. We did harm some crew though, but nothing they won't get over. Alright, so yeah, that's kind of the gist of all the missions here, but let me tell you, what we're doing up here, alright, so I have a personal mission that I started, and Seder Fiasco up here is asking, got the money? 200, we'll call it dollars. And then I say, I forget that this costs money. I'm leaving now, because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get up $200. 36 is what I have right now, and as you can see up here, my personal mission that I'm trying to get the intel for, that's what costs $200. And my mission is to bring in the sovereign officer who murdered my boyfriend. Alright, so Fornax has a bit of an axe to grind. Alright, didn't even plan that, but you know what? I'm happy with it. I'm happy. So let's come over here, let's pick another mission. We're not going to go for Mistake or Audacious, because we only have a wrench. So, you know what? Let's go for... Let's go for a hard mission. Capture Caster Singing. I'm going to pretend that that's what that name is. Alright, so if we come over here, then we can go back into the middle where we can return to the pod, or first I can come up here. What you can do once you've done a lot, I've achieved nothing of note. Fornax Glass, not that impressive at this moment, but Crux Forest, Kiernan Davis, and Rigel Fox, they have done quite a bit. So as you can see here, if you get enough done, you can retire that person. And so if I do this, you will live a quiet life of getting shot much less often. You know what? No. Fornax is still in this game. She's gotta get that officer. You can retire somebody, which when you do, as you saw when we went over here for Casimir, he's got some great things going over here. Let's see if I can... Nope, can't do it. But alright, if you look over here, you know, he's got an armor-piercing long blade, an off-world angel, which is a different type of pod. I'll get into that later. But just all kinds of great kit. And once he... Actually, if you look up, fourth from the top, Crux Forest's Key Cloner. Alright, so remember that name, Crux Forest. Hey, wait a minute, Crux Forest. When you retire, you get to pick one of your items, and that item becomes kind of a legendary item. It can show up in all other different games for your players, and I believe your Steam friends as well. So that makes it really kind of cool, because eventually, you know, you come down here to the special stock, and, well, we got nothing there right now, but, you know, you might see Rigel Foxes or Crux Forests or something like that. So that's kind of cool. It helps tie your games together. Alright. So you know what, let's leave the station. Oh, well, I had a mission. Apparently that mission is gone now. You know what? Let's go back to the station. Oh, well, I guess we gotta go further from the station first. Okay, now let's go back to the station. Fly in there and land. Maybe I didn't accept that mission. Oh, nope, doesn't look like I did. Medium. Let's do this medium mission, and this is something different. The Silence Clause. Because, I mean, you got your easy, your medium, your hard, your mistake, and then your audacious missions, or maybe audacious then mistake, I believe. And those are difficulty levels, you know, obviously going up. And mistake, oh, let's see, does it say it on here? No, it doesn't. But mistake, when they kind of unlock the missions, it basically says no one in their right mind would do this. Audacious is like, wow, you probably won't survive. But if you go down to medium, you know, you got some different things like Silence Clause, no alarms triggered. Enigma Clause, no living witnesses. Bloodless means don't hurt anybody. So, you know, you got some different kind of mutators, I'll call them, for the different missions that help keep things pretty fresh. Alright, so we're going to take that mission, and remember, no alarms. So, you know, if we had some, you know, deadly weapons, we could use those. And as you're flying, if you just hold F, you kind of speed along, and then you inevitably overshoot your target, like I do usually. Alright, so we're going to come into this ship, and we're going to try and gingerly... Nope, not that gingerly. Oh, there we go. Alright. We're going to come in here. Oh, look, there's something down here. Oh, can't get to it yet because you got to come up here and get this key. And this, oh, it's just so good. It's like a mixture of a puzzle and an action game, and it's just so great. Alright, so that person is coming this way. And I think, as you guys saw earlier, I only have a non-lethal weapon here. Well, I have a grenade launcher, but that seems a bit excessive for this. So I've got a wrench, which, you know... concussive, unconscious, that's about it. But if you come over here and you pause it, you can kill Kamal. And then you can come over here and you can go right back into your pod and no one needs to know. Literally, you leave that ship and they're eventually going to find a body and kind of wonder, what the hell? And then they're just going to be terrified of you without even knowing it was you. It's, you know, it's basically best case scenario there. So then you come back here, oh look, and you get paid. And then this liberation progress, let's talk a little bit about that. Alright, so for the liberation progress, you come up here to the little star map, and liberation's available 0. You start off with, oh, it's, I think, one of those two. Alright, sorry about that. I accidentally had a little problem with the game there, but just because I clicked on one of these, it was a defector mission. So a mission started up, but we won't get into that right now. So what happens is, you start off with one of these stations, and as you can see, I've played a little bit, because all these stations that are kind of the highlighted blue, and if I hover over them have the exclamation mark, those are missions, or those are stations rather, that I've unlocked. And unlocking them, basically, you know, you liberate them, and then you get some awesome kit. So like over here I could get rechargeable subverters, over here I could get concussive guns, those just knock people out without actually killing them. Over here is automatic guns. So, you know, I took out this group over here, and if you can tell, this one's orange, this one's purple, or pink, I guess, this one is kind of a deep red, And this one up here is, you know, kind of a light blue, lighter than what my color is. And what that means is these are different factions. So this is the Foundry, you got the Glitchers, you got the Sovereign, and over here you have what's left of Off-World Security. I think that's their only place, actually, because I've stolen everything else from them. Oh no, we got some down here. Look at them. They're trying so hard. But so, you know, you try and take out the factions, because there's a four-way war going. And if you take out their strongholds here, so I need 5 more Foundry places, over here I need 4 more Sovereigns, and down here I need 10 more Glitchers, because I haven't taken any of their stuff yet. But what that basically means is if you take over their stronghold, then that faction goes down in power quite a bit. And if you take all 4 strongholds, the war's over. And at that point, I think you win, but I don't know, because as you can tell, I'm not there yet. So yeah, there's this big, massive, like, overarching game arc and tied into the story along with what you're doing just on an individual basis. So you know what, let's come over here. Let's do a... Yeah, you know what, let's do a hard mission. Hijack the Volantis. So it's a medium-sized ship, no alarms, which is good. So, you know, if we get an alarm triggered, they might throw us off the ship, but they won't flee to a station and get us captured because this one's gone rogue. So the guards have guns, that's not great. Bosses have key cards and guns. So key cards are what help you get through doors, guns are what kill you, as you could probably guess. But first, let's do something down here. So if you come down here, you can tell, well, there's a couple different, there's a replacement pod, there's an off-world angel, there's a foundry brick. So your normal pod, basically, it gets you 2 ships, and if you get thrown off a ship, you can remotely pilot it, and it will pick you up. The foundry brick can replace your pod, and you can ram ships hard enough to destroy entire rooms. That's another thing. We'll try and show you that with this one. Well, maybe not this one, because we have to hijack this ship, but another one after this. But then the off-world angel here, if you have this one, it can basically, like, tractor beam you, in Star Wars terms, into the pod itself, so that it's easier for you to get, you know, picked up if you get thrown off a ship. And that is what I always go for. That is, I don't know why you go for anything else, because I am nowhere near good enough to not get thrown off of ships. Alright, so let's get into space here. Let's just quickly go this way and slow it down and overshoot it as normal. And yeah, I mean, of course we're just going to knock first. It'd be impolite not to. And alright, so now we are on board. Okay, so this will be interesting. Okay, good. So what the guards will often do is they kind of patrol, but they do patrol generally one at a time. So you can, you know, generally take them out quietly. But sometimes there's more guards, and then it gets more difficult, and it's just... oh, it's a lot of fun. And then you want to hide the bodies, but not the guns. If they see guns lying on the ground, that's just, you know, Tuesday for them. But if you don't hide the bodies, well, then that's surprising, which I guess kind of makes sense. Alright, and that was just me checking. Over here, these are things that people you've knocked out or killed have dropped. None of those right now I'm really interested in. I don't really need a gun, so we're just going to leave them. But, well, let's show it just for instance. So this one way over here, this gun, we can click it, and it will get automatically teleported to us. And, well, I guess that's just now in our inventory. So we'll come down here. Ooh, a grenade. Alright, so now we have a grenade, which I'm guessing is just a one-use item if I had to guess. Ooh, so that is a big open room, and 3 people with guns are in it. Ooh, so let's try and get this guy. Let's wait until he wanders away. Because if he doesn't wander away, he's going to see us. Okay, there he goes. Let's go. So we take them out. And then Wrench has to get back ready for a swing. And then we come down here, knock him out. All right. Fantastic. And then we take that person out. Oh, yep. And so what you could see there, the little box that was under them when they were walking, that showed that they had some good kits. So we got a long-range subverter now. Which, I mean... I don't know if we really have an instance where we can use a subverter on this mission, but as soon as we can, I will be happy to, because they are almost just mean in how much fun they are to use. Alright, so you know what, that's going to be tricky, so let's wait over here, because then we might be able to get someone as they wander this way. So yeah, who are you? Alright, guard Cersini on an errand. Oh, well that's pleasant. Bye-bye. No, oh, I missed. Alright, got him. Ooh. No, no, no. And then knock him out. And then knock him out before you can sound the alarm. Even though the alarm really wouldn't matter too much. And we knock them out. Alright, so as you can see, there's nothing else special on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly the ship. And then see there, if you hold F, you'll set course for a friendly station and speed up along there. Oh, we have a new liberation available, so I'll be able to show you that. There is one living witness. Oh, I guess it was the guy who yelled intruder. And we didn't kill him technically, so. Alright, so let's go up here to the liberations available. And now you can see, you can unlock anything that kind of borders your stations here that you've already unlocked. What I am thinking of doing, can you, oh, okay, can't scroll around. So over here, you got the concussive guns, you got the high capacity emergency shields. I don't really use those. That boosts the economy, which is nice. But that's automatic guns, and those just sound fun to me. What is, alright, so that's the Sovereign Coldfire. That's a new pod. Okay, so that one won't be attacked by the ships that you're trying to board, because it's, you know, got the Coldfire drive, low power thruster, undetectable to heat sensors. I'll try and show you what that means. You know what, for now, we're going to get the automatic gun, because why would you ever not do that? Automatic guns added to shop. Alright, so if we come up here, we can now retire kind of as having done something. Had a good run, go down in history, or at least this weird screen in the back of an elevator, as a living legend. Choose an item to name. So, like, we could choose an item there, but you know what? No, we've done, like, 2 missions. That is nowhere near enough for Fornax Glass to retire happily. Plus, still gotta rescue, well, no, we have to do the opposite of rescue. We have to capture the Sovereign Officer who murdered the boyfriend. So if we come down here to the gun shop, yep, there's some armor-piercing guns, which we've unlocked, some silenced guns, which we've unlocked. You know, we're going to go ahead and buy that. That is a good deal. We're going to replace that gun, and okay. But yeah, so you can just buy all kinds of different things over here. So, you know, you got your quiet automatic rifle. It's quiet, but it's not silenced. And eventually, you know, you're going to need armor-piercing guns, because on the harder missions, all the guards are going to have their armor-piercing armor. Nope, that's not what they have. Okay, they have armor, and you need armor-piercing weapons to get through them. Alright, let's sell that grenade. We already have the long-range subverter, so let's sell that one. Slipstream is pretty good. Grenade launcher, visitor. Not a big fan of those things. We'll see if I can't find some way to show off explosives for you, but for me they're just a little too drastic, I guess is one way to put it. Alright, so let's do that as our backup weapon. And is there any special stock over here? Ooh, an armor-piercing long blade. Okay, so quick strike. Lethal, slow recovery, okay. Oh, sorry, quick strike, quiet strike. You know what, let's get one of those. Those are very handy to have. And what we're going to do is actually... could get a concussion hammer. Concussion hammers are basically better versions of wrenches. So we'll sell the wrench for 0 money. Now we have a concussion hammer, an armor-piercing long blade, and a silenced gun. At the beginning of the game, you might not have that, just because you have to unlock a good number of stations to get there. But I've unlocked stations, which means that all your characters from then on can kind of get better stuff faster. So the game kind of accelerates over the entire time you're playing it, which is just a blast. Alright, so let's go down here. Whoa, overshot it. You're going to do that a lot. The brakes are, well, they're not quite as sensitive as I would like. But what I mean by that is I'm just not a good pilot. Alright, so we're going to come down here. We're going to shoot this guy, actually. Oh! Well. Alright, so what happened there was I shot the engine behind him, and it completely blew that part off. And now we can't get to the next part of the ship. Alright, let's pause it and just take stock of what just happened. So over here, one of these was behind the guy that I was trying to shoot at. Fuel barrel. Destroys the entire room if hit with lethal damage. Yeah, I hit that with lethal damage, and it, well, destroyed the entire room. Almost like it was designed to do that. No way! And the only problem with that is that all of these guys over here, one of which had the key for this door right here, they got sucked out of the door before the shield went up. Because that's a thing. I don't... Oh man, I've seen things like that, but I've never done them myself. It's usually, you know, the fault of the AI. But this is part of why this game is just so good, because things like that can happen. And now there's no way to get to this other part of the ship. The only way possible would be, like, come over here, try and blow that thing up, but I don't have any weapons on my pod. And, yeah. So now we're kind of screwed. If we had that teleporter that I got rid of, we could, you know, jump to the other side of that door and keep going. But we don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw myself into space. It's the only honorable thing to do. And what we can do now is pause it, remote control our little off-world angel here, and just to show you what it would be like if I didn't have this, we're going to try and pick me up the manual way. Alright, we did it. But now, let's try and show you what the off-world angel can do. So there, you kind of have to navigate and pick up your person very carefully, and I'm just... Okay, there we go. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to dock up again, just bouncing off my face. Alright, so now we're in space again. So let's remote control the off-world angel. So you saw how I had to manually pick myself up last time. Oh, I missed, but if I hold the use button, I just tractor beam myself in. So what this ship is going to do is it's going to go to this station in 5 seconds, and if I was still on that ship, I would be captured. And mission failed, but you know what? I wasn't captured. So yeah, that's really all there is to it as far as heat signature goes. It's a simple game, but as you can see, there's a lot of depth to the simplicity, which is a weird thing to say, but you know, you're doing missions over here, you know, you got all these missions, and this one, you know, you get some intel for your own personal mission, and then, you know, once you do missions, you can come up here and you can unlock some stations, and once you've unlocked stations, you can get better technology to help you do missions, and once you unlock better technology, it's a self-perpetuating game. It's great. Everything you do leads into the next thing that you're going to do, and it is just fantastic. And eventually, you can become a living legend. Rigel Fox, you're okay. Kiernan Davis, pretty good. Crux Forest, my first character to ever actually do their job. They wanted to rescue somebody, and well, they rescued Nitro Averlant. And they also helped liberate some stuff, but they did their mission. They're the only person I've managed to do that with. And you will go through 10, 15, 20 characters when you're trying to do your first personal mission, and they're all going to get captured. They're all going to die. You're never going to be able to, you know, just easily step into this game. Well, actually, you know what? I won't say that. If you're able to just step into this game and do your mission on your first character, I am very impressed. I am not able to do that, and you are a better person than me. There, I said it, and I mean it. Kind of. Because otherwise, what are you doing with this game? If you're not losing characters and you're not building up their stories, you know, if you can't come in here and be like, oh, Crux Forest, you know, he was my first player, well, that's not impressive. If you come in here and you say, oh, Crux, man, it took me so long to get to that point. It took me a couple hours, even multiple characters, but I finally got to the point where I could retire a character and be proud of them. That's what this game is all about. Because then you can come over here, and as you can tell, I've got Casimir over here, and Casimir, you know, he's doing okay. He's got some really nice technology. He's got a concussion hammer, armor-piercing long blade, you know, all that kind of good stuff. But really, you know, it's almost more fun to come over here and, oh, Crux. Named after Crux Horizon. Nope. Whatever that guy's name was. Obviously, he's super important, and I remember him all the time. But one of the most fun things is to come over here and just start a new character. Like, I've been playing Casimir for about an hour or two, just, you know, grinding missions to see what kind of good stuff I could get. Starting over here with Fornax again, and we're already up to all that good stuff. Oh, it's so good. And you can, you know, do some practice missions. You can do that kind of stuff if you want. I like to just jump into the missions because that's more my style. But yeah, so this, ladies and gentlemen, is Heat Signature. And you know what? We're going to end it off. We're going to find a ship, and we're going to hijack it. But first, we're going to get shot at. Because I promised you guys I would show off the weapons. And that's going to happen. So, oh, there's one. If you just fly around, you can find some ships. And time to get shot at. You know, that's generally most people's plans when they fly into space, right? Alright, well now we're here. Time to get shot at. Alright, so here's this. Oh, we've been shot at. Alright, so you don't press A, hold D, hold that, hold S, and then... Okay. Whew, fixed all the problems. So now what happens is we have emergency fuel reserves. Thankfully, we're right next to a home station. So what we can do now is you only have so much fuel before you can get back, and if you don't, you lose that character. Oh, so then your emergency fuel capacity is reduced. And as you can tell, this is a different faction station that we took over. This is, I believe, a foundry station, whereas the other one was an off-world security. So it's just a little bit different. Alright. You know what? One last thing. I want to see if we can take this ship over now. Now that they've shot at us, and they've been kind enough to help me show the weapons on ships. Nope. almost did it again. They were almost super kind once again. All right. 111 seconds till capture. Let's do it. Got him. And coming down here. Got him. And coming over here. Got him. All right. So now this ship is not going anywhere that I don't want it to go because the ship is secured. All of the crew has been killed. And over here, we got a rechargeable long-range crash beam. So you know what? We didn't end up using a lot of them. But honestly, that's better because this kind of stuff, it's more fun just to try it out and test it. You know, subverters turn things against people. This crashes things. That makes it go faster. But I'm just going to let you guys figure that out on your own. It's honestly more fun that way. Also, you can do this. Wait. Nope, that's a wall. Nope, that's missing. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back here. We're not going to shoot this fuel barrel because we learned that lesson. You can just shoot out windows, and if there was someone in that room, they'd get sucked out into space. Alright, so now we're going to see if we can't find... you know what that is? Yeah, that's fun. That's what that is. So let's see if we can't find another ship to have a little bit of a good time with. Alright, the problem with these is they don't have brakes. So you just kind of have to hope you know what you're doing. You know what? I'm going to look for a ship, and I'm going to come back when I have found one. So give me just 1 second. And we will finish this off with a bang. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We have found a ship. And we're trying to not get too far ahead of it. Because you will see... Oh man, it's so hard to fly these bigger ships. Because they don't have brakes. And I'm already not good with the brakes. Alright, so now we're pulling just about even. And you know what? Fire. So as you can see, you can attack other ships. Oh, and they can attack you! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, alright. You know what? I deserved that. I really did. I'm gonna pull you back in there, and we're gonna go home. Let's go home. Seems only fitting to end a video traveling back to the station that we've come to love. Alright. So we're gonna land here. And that is going to do it for today. We've got some good stuff going here. And you know what? We have just such a great game here in Heat Signature. This is, if you ever like space kind of games, if you like getting new fancy technology for your characters, if you like developing the character, like you could roleplay this game. Look at this. You could roleplay as Rigel Fox and kind of go out and hopefully you make it, and you know you got to rescue not the princess because there's no castles, but you got to rescue people, you got to capture people, you got to kill people. You could roleplay this game all you wanted, and it'd be so easy. This game is just so versatile, and it's so amazing. And you know what? That's all I can say about it. I highly suggest you go out and try this game, guys. Heat Signature, well worth it. But you know what? That's going to do it for today. I am Intro Nerded, this game is Heat Signature, and I will see you guys in the next game.